Jinger Duggar remembers crying when a close friend started wearing pants. I was brokenhearted out of all the Duggar new siblings. Some have not. Shallow guys, welcome back to my channel. For Duggar family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Before Jinger Duggar began wearing pants herself, she had a hard time seeing her friends make the switch. The Counting on alum, 31, and her husband, Jeremy Voulo, were joined by her sister Joyanna Duggar on the Wednesday, April 16 episode of the Jinger and Jeremy podcast to discuss the Duggar family's headline-making modesty practices. Jinger and her siblings were raised in an ultra-conservative Christian household and followed strict rules, one of which included women and girls wearing skirts and dressing modestly. Voulo, 37, pointed out that while the family's beliefs seemed like another world to those on the outside, many people in the Duggars community followed similar guidelines. For you to do anything other than that was like a bombshell, he said. Jinger agreed that it was so normal for her and her sisters and even their mom, Michelle Duggar, to dress modestly. You kind of start to not think twice about it until you are surrounded with other people who are conducting their lives differently. And then that's something where you start to think more about, oh, why do I do what I do? She added. Every time a Duggar child broke their family rules. Jinger wearing pants and beyond. Joyanna, 27, noted that there were also people in their lives that branched out from the modest uniform earlier on. To me, it was a big deal when somebody that always wore skirts started wearing pants, she said. Then I was like, oh well, they know better. That was my attitude behind it at the time. Her sister felt similarly. I remember when a couple close friends started wearing pants and I was, like, so brokenhearted over it, Jinger recalled. I remember crying over one friend just thinking, why are they doing that? Without even asking or hearing them out as to why. While Jinger has been wearing pants for some time, Joyanna revealed that she only took the leap 2 years ago. Her husband, Austin Forsyth, and their children played a role in the decision. We wanted to know 100%. Is this something we're okay with for our family? She explained. Joyanna went on to assure fans that she has no problem with the way she and her siblings were raised. Nothing held me back, she said. If I wanted to ride a bike, if I wanted to do anything, I could. I don't have any regrets, like, oh man, that was horrible. I know everybody's different, but for me, wearing pants wasn't that big of a pressure, I guess. She added that Forsyth, whom she wed in 2017, wants her to wear whatever she's comfortable with. 19 kids and counting. Alum. Jinger Duggar recalls first time she told her parents she wears pants. Jinger, meanwhile, has been outspoken about her own fashion choices since releasing her 2021 memoir, The Hope We Hold. Modesty was a huge topic in our house, and we believed that wearing skirts instead of pants was a central part of being modest. But I wanted to discover for myself what the Bible had to say, she wrote at the time, revealing that she came to believe modesty wasn't only about what you wear, but was also about the position of your heart. In her book, Jinger noted that she didn't want to hurt her family with her new approach. Last year, she recalled the first time she told her parents about wearing pants. I think the big thing is just because we are in the public eye, I knew that there was gonna be so much that would blow up, she said on the Unplanned podcast. If it's a paparazzi photo while we are out that's taken, let's just be ready for it. I'm just gonna tell them, and then that way they know, and they know it came from a heart of, hey, this is what I feel convicted of or don't anymore. And they can just know from my heart, and then we'll move on. Duggar news. Jill Duggar details shocking health crisis. Pregnancy risk raises alarm. Jill Duggar has been a significant cast member from Duggar News shows 19 Kids and Counting on. She was, unfortunately, one of the victims of Josh Duggar and had a traumatic childhood. TLC had to cancel the show when his heinous crimes came into the limelight. First, it was molesting minors as a teenager, including his family members, and then possessing CSAM on his device. But throughout this, Jill has stood for what was right. She spoke up against her felon brother and also held her parents accountable for practicing toxic IBLP norms. Amidst all this, the star had to face a devastating blow last year because of her stillbirth. It turns out she is given yet another pregnancy-related update. However, it is not something positive, but rather concerning. So what is it? Duggar news: Jill Duggar getting over her stillbirth trauma little by little. Last year, Jill Duggar and her husband Derek Dillard were supposed to welcome the first girl in their family, a baby Isla. However, the former must be in her second trimester when she found out about the little one's stillbirth. It was honestly one of the most painful experiences of her life. She also hosted a funeral at her Arkansas home and invited her family to mourn the little angel's passing. Since then, Jill has often used her social media to share many things. She also commemorated the little one's 6-month anniversary since she passed. Apart from that, there have been several other posts where the mother has talked about inching towards normalcy while living with this loss. While most have been concerned, others find it healthy that she has been finding ways to cope with it by sharing her experiences. Duggar news: Jill Duggar opens up about compromised health, high-risk pregnancy. Jill Duggar has become a popular social media celebrity. Despite TLC canceling the Duggar News family shows, they have a good social media presence. Some also use their influencer abilities to make a living, and Jill is one of them. So she is used to informing her viewers about every major to minor detail from her life. During an Ask Anything session, someone wanted to ask an important question. They asked if Jill and her husband, Derek, were comfortable with having only sons in the family. The fan wondered if they would ever try for a daughter. Well, it turns out the Duggar celeb recounted the time she had to lose her daughter, Isla Marie Dillard, to stillbirth. But that's not all. She said she and her husband, Derek, were not trying for kids at the moment. She then revealed a massive yet concerning update. It turns out Jill faces a high pregnancy risk. She said her pregnancies and deliveries are very difficult. Hence, the couple would have to consider a lot before welcoming a new family member into their lives. However, Jill didn't reveal the technicalities of why she had a chance of her pregnancies being high risk. It must be a sensitive topic for her after the devastating stillbirth tragedy. Nevertheless, lots of fans and well-wishers sent strength and prayers her way through the comments section and other social media posts. Keep an eye on TV season and spoilers for more Duggar News updates. Duggar News: Jinger talks about mom Michelle's recent emotional breakdown over an important moment of her life. Jinger Duggar has been sharing her crazy birth stories with Duggar News fans. She just opened up about her mom, Michelle's emotional meltdown during her grandbaby's birth. The TLC star was also afraid the hospital might kick her out because of her behavior. Jinger uses her podcast to stay connected with her followers. She often talks about relationships, family, and kids to give all the insights about her life. The Counting On star just became a mom of her third baby. Hence, fans have a lot of questions and curiosity about Jinger's birth experience. They wanted to know all the interesting details and emotional moments during her son's birth. So, Jinger came up with a story about her mom's emotional moment. Why was Michelle emotional? Why wasn't the hospital ready to let her with Jinger? What really happened? Duggar News: Jinger opens up about her induced birth process. Jinger Voulo was both emotional and happy during her son Finn's birth. She became pregnant after a long gap. Hence, the TLC star took all the precautions to ensure the smooth arrival of her baby boy. Jinger shared everything about her son's birth with Duggar News fans on a recent episode with her husband Jeremy. She explained how she had to go for an induced birth. Viewers were a little worried for the Counting On star's baby. They wondered whether Jinger and her baby's health were at risk. Usually, people consider the method to avoid prolonged pregnancy or assess the health risks of babies. She revealed that the doctor suggested the procedure after 40 weeks of pregnancy. The reality TV star was glad for her baby's smooth and healthy birth. Fans were glad the mother-son duo was safe and healthy during the process. Duggar News. Jinger shares Michelle's emotional moment at hospital. Jinger Voulo is very close to her mom, Michelle Duggar. She dedicated a whole episode of her podcast to her son, Finn's birth story. However, the TLC star also opened up about an incident during the birth of her middle child, Evangeline. Jinger's second daughter was born on November 22, 2020. Hence, there were strict COVID-19 rules at the hospital. Still, the Counting on Star's mom, Michelle, was all set to accompany her daughter into the labor room. She was excited about her grandbaby's arrival and wanted to be there for her daughter. Unfortunately, the hospital didn't let Michelle in, and she had a meltdown. Jinger recalled the moment her mother went into full mama bear mode. She explained how Duggar News fans always find her sweet and kind. But the reality TV celeb's mom couldn't see her daughter walk down the labor room alone. Jinger mimicked, "Let me go back there. Let me go back there," to explain how her mom panicked. So she was afraid the staff would haul her mom out because of her behavior. Still, Michelle requested, "Please, my little girl is having a baby. Don't make her walk by herself." Jinger agreed that it was a rough moment for everyone when she couldn't have anyone with her in the labor room. In the comments, fans praised Michelle for being such a sweet mom. They love to hear their cute and emotional story. Keep returning to the TV season and spoilers for more updates on Michelle and Jinger's adorable bond. Counting on Jinger accidentally revealed another Duggar pregnancy. Counting on alums Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar have been celebrating new grandkids and pregnancies in the family over the past few months. Michelle recently flew to California to welcome Jinger's third child, a baby boy named Finnegan. There are currently 2 known pregnancies in the family, but some fans think Jinger may have accidentally leaked a possible third Duggar grandbaby. Keep reading to see the discussion. Counting on. Who are expecting in the Duggar family today? Jessa surprised many fans last March after revealing that she's pregnant. She uploaded a photo of her ultrasound with a caption halfway to "holding you in our arms." This confirms that the Counting on alum has kept her pregnancy a secret for quite some time, which may also explain her unusual absence from the cameras. Some Counting on fans on social media reacted to Jinger Duggar Voulo's latest podcast episode, where she mentioned that her baby boy was the 37th grandchild of Jim Bob and Michelle. According to the OP, they only counted 36 so far in the family, making them wonder if Jinger accidentally leaked a secret pregnancy. Others agreed and shared some of their guesses, but many commenters think it could be a confirmation of Lauren's alleged 4th pregnancy, which surfaced earlier this year. The rumors come after Lauren appeared in a family vlog looking so pregnant. She's one of the few family members who's no longer active online, making it difficult to confirm if she's indeed having a 4th child. It should also be mentioned that Lauren and Josa secretly welcomed their 3rd child in